Okay, so if you look at the meaning of the research variable, a variable is defined as anything that vary or change in its value. The variable is a characteristics that vary from person to person. Research variable represent a measurable attributes that change or vary across the study. So there is a three things about a variable. Number one, variable is something that is changeable. It is something that vary from person to person, or it is something that is measurable. Okay, so normally what we do, जब भी हम कोई रिसर्च कंडक्ट करते हैं तो रिसर्च में हमारे पास होती है जैसे लेट्स से कंस्ट्रक्ट, एक वर्ड आता है कंस्ट्रक्ट. कंस्ट्रक्ट का मतलब होता है इट्स अ डेलिबरेट अब्स्ट्रक्शन दैट दैट फॉर्मुलेटेड बाय अ रिसर्चर. सो कंस्ट्रक्ट. उसके बाद होती है कंस्ट्रक्ट, कॉन्सेप्ट. कॉन्सेप्ट्स है ना. कंस्ट्रक्ट जो कि रिसर्चर फॉर्म करता है फॉर देयर स्टडी पर्पस. कंस्ट्रक्ट आर आई थिंक दीज आर द नेचुरल अब्स्ट्रक्शंस व्हिच आर अवेलेबल. आई विल गिव एन एग्जांपल एंड देन कम्स द वेरिएबल्स. ओके, चलिए एग्जांपल के साथ में इसको समझते हैं. एज यू कैन सी कंस्ट्रक्ट, द एग्जांपल फॉर कंस्ट्रक्ट आर द इमोशनल रिस्पॉन्स. दिस इज फॉर एग्जांपल, इट्स वेरी हाईली abstract. You cannot measure emotional response directly. Like when I say like that person become very emotional while meeting so and so. So emotions are 360 degree. What kind of emotion that person shown? Okay. So emotions को directly आप measure नहीं कर सकते. It's a construct. What is concept? It become bit concrete now. Now I'm talking about the anxiety. So anxiety is a specific type of emotional response. Now I'm becoming more defined. Okay, emotional response, what emotions? It is anxiety. But again the problem is, can we measure anxiety directly? No, it is not tangible thing. Okay, so how do we measure anxiety? We measure anxiety by looking at some of the physiological and psychological parameters. Like one of them is a palmar sweating. So palmar sweating is measurable? Yes, it is measurable. So this is a variable. So you can see in alignment. I wanted to know about the construct which is highly abstract, difficult to measure. So what I do, I will just identify the indicators. So what is a variable? Variable is a measurable indicators for the study construct. So please understand that. Now next is, let's talk about what are the different types of variables we can have. So research variable you can classify based on different classifications or different. Number one is a research variable based on the level of measurement. So on the basis of level of measurement, you can have quantitative and you can have qualitative. So quantitative means it's a numerical variables. Already we have discussed that in our statistic classes. Something variable that you express in numbers. Like for example, your height. So height always can be expressed in number. Like your hemoglobin always can be expressed in number. Maybe your percentage in class. So these are the quantitative variable. Second category is a qualitative variable. In qualitative variables, the variable that only you can categorize. Okay, you can only have a category of that. Like for example, religion. So for religion, you can have like category Hindu, Muslim, Christian and Sikh. Okay, maybe the gender. So gender में you have two category, male and female. So that kind of variable is known as a categorical variable. Okay. Now in the quantitative variable, numerical variable, we have two category. One is a discrete, another is a continuous. Same way in a categorical variable we have a ordered and the unordered. Let's discuss that one by one in detail. Now in the quantitative variable, in numerical variable, what do you mean by discrete variable? The variable that have a fixed gap between possible values. Okay, and always expressed without fraction or decimals. वो वेरिएबल जिनमें आपका लोअर लिमिट, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल 0 से 1, तो 0 इज अ लोअर लिमिट, लोअर वैल्यू एंड इज अपर वैल्यू. So there is a fixed number of variation or possibility between 0 to 1. Like for example, number of kids. So if someone says I have a 0 kids, that means no kids. What is the next possible value? Next to 0 is only 1. Okay, there is only one possibility between 0 and 1. No one can say, no, I have like 0.9 kids. It is Funny, right? So that is about the discrete type of variable, or in other word you can say when a variable expressed without fractions or decimals, that we call a discrete quantitative variable. Okay, you can see some of the examples here. They always expressed without the fraction or decimals. For example, number of kids with ADHD, days taken for recovery, okay, and all that. So that is about the discrete. Now what is continuous variable? Continuous quantitative variable, no gaps between the possible values. Like as I says, someone is having a HB of 9 and next someone is having a HB of 10. So how many variations are possible? How many variations are possible between 9 to 10? So you will have that infinite possibilities. Like one can have 9.000001. One can have 9.1, 9.2. So when you have that, the gap between these two possible values are countless, or in other words, the something that you can express with the fractions or decimals. Like for example, when you ask somebody what is your height, they can say my height is 5.3 inches or 5.4 inches. So when you have that quality in your variables to express that in decimals, then we call it a continuous variables. Okay, example like age, height, weight, IQ, score, HDL, income, anxiety, etc. Next is in a qualitative categorical variable, you have ordered and unordered. Okay, as we have seen here, ordered and unordered. So what is ordered? Arranged in the ascending or descending order of magnitude. वो वेरिएबल जिनको हम क्लासीफाई तो करेंगे बट अलॉन्ग विद दैट क्लासिफिकेशन वी कैन ऑल्सो डिस्क्राइब इट्स मैग्नीट्यूड, लाइक मोर देन और लेस देन. Like for example, as you can see here, I am just categorizing somebody with a pain as mild, moderate and severe, but not only the category but also the magnitude is given there. Like milder pain means किसको पेन कम होगा moderate से, moderate को कम होगा severe से. So when you have that category like low socioeconomic status, medium class, median class and the high class. Okay, so again it's just a classification but with this order of magnitude. Okay, so that is about the ordered one. Now what is unordered? Just a classification and there is no magnitude, as you can see, like gender, male and female. So you cannot say like who is more superior, who is more than or less than. Okay, so that's skin color, like fair, whitish, dark and all. So that's about the one classification of variables. So we have quantitative and qualitative. Second base of classifying the variables or types of variables are the based on their characteristics or the purpose. So we have independent and dependent variable, then intervening and moderate variables, constant and controlled variable, extraneous और confounding variables. Okay, so कुछ variables तो आपने बहुत सुने होंगे इनमें से, जैसे कि first category that is independent and dependent variable के बारे में. चलिए इनके बारे में discuss करते हैं one by one. Now first is independent or dependent variable. Now in general, experiments purposefully change one variable which is the independent variable. इसे क्या बोलते हैं? Causal variable. Okay, a variable that is being manipulated by the experimenter, we call it an independent variable. Okay, it's a cause for something. It's a cause for something. Okay, so if that independent variable is deliberately or actively manipulated by the researcher, usually that we do in experimental researches, that is a one form of independent variable, or sometime the independent variable is naturally present there. Like for example, if I say height and weight, so what is the cause? Maybe the height is the cause for weight. So that height could be an independent variable for the weight. But here we cannot manipulate the height or weight. Okay, so that is also the independent or dependent variable. Now the variable that is the effect. So independent variable को क्या बोलेंगे? वो effect. Result or outcome of independent variable is called as a dependent variable. So what is a dependent variable? Dependent variable is the outcome. मैंने बोला cause, तो cause का outcome. Okay, so dependent variable is the outcome. So when you say about the cause and effect, so cause is an independent variable, effect is the outcome variable. Okay, सेकेंड कैटेगरी ऑफ वेरिएबल्स आर द इंटरवीनिंग और मॉडरेटर वेरिएबल्स. ये थोड़ा सा नया कॉन्सेप्ट होगा कुछ लोगों के लिए, चलिए कोशिश करते हैं इसको समझने की. One is a intervening variables. What is that intervening variable? It explains a relationship of or provides a causal link between other variables. It is also called as a mediating variable or a intermediary variables. Okay, so क्या ये? It is something that explain the relation or provide a causal link कि कोई चीज क्यों हो रही है. That is a one part. कौन कर रहा है? इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल. किस पे हो रही है? डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल पे. लेकिन क्यों हो रही है? व्हाट इज अ कॉजल लिंक बिटवीन दैट काइंड ऑफ वेरिएबल इज कॉल्ड एज ए intervening variable. Let's take an example. Income and long life. Now what is income? Income is a independent variable. Long life is a dependent variable. अगर आपकी इनकम अच्छी है तो आपकी लाइफ यूजुअली ज़्यादा है, ये हम स्टैब्लिश करना चाहते हैं. अब there is no direct link between income and long life. Why? Having an income will lead to a longer life. तो longer life से क्या होगा? एक intervening conditions है. Because if you have a good income, accessibility to medical care will increase. So that accessible to medical care is your intervening variables. Okay, directly having income will not change your life, right? But you will have an accessible to medical treatment. Okay, so that is an intervening variable. Now what is a moderator variable? It changes the strength or direction of an effect between the independent and dependent variable. Moderator variable वो होता है a variable, it's a kind of an independent variable only, but that seems to have effect on the dependent variable. It changes its intensity or strength. As you can see, stress and gender. Now stress has bigger impact on the males. So stress has a bigger impact on the male. So gender become a moderator here. Okay, that's the moderating variables. Another category here is a constant or a controlled variable. Sometimes certain characteristics of the object are deliberately left unchanged. These are known as a constant or controlled variable. अब आप में से बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट ऐसे होंगे जिनकी क्लास में ओनली गर्ल्स होंगी, बॉयज़ नहीं होंगे, तो वहाँ पे जेंडर क्या हो गया? जेंडर बिकम ए कांस्टेंट वेरिएबल. Okay, like for example, you want to conduct a study among only females residing in rural areas. So rural area become your constant. You are taking all the women from the rural area only. That is a constant. You deliberately fixed one condition. It could be urban versus rural, but आपने rural ही लिया है. Okay. For example, the study on male nursing student regarding their attitude towards the empathetic care represented gender. Here the gender as a constant or कंट्रोलेबल वेरिएबल हो गया हमारे लिए. नेक्स्ट कैटेगरी आती है इसी में एक्सटेनियस और कंफाउंडिंग वेरिएबल्स. ओके, सो व्हाट इज दैट एक्सटेनियस वेरिएबल और क्या होता है कंफाउंडिंग वेरिएबल, दोनों में क्या कोई डिफरेंस भी है उसको समझते हैं. ऑल वेरिएबल्स दैट आर नॉट इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल बट कुड अफेक्ट द रिजल्ट्स इन द एक्सपेरिमेंट आर द एक्सटेनियस वेरिएबल. एक्सटेनियस वेरिएबल समटाइम कॉल्ड एज ए irrelevant variable, though these are independent variable only, but deliberately researcher don't want to include these variable in your research. That's why they called as a extraneous variables. So they may have a similar impact as of independent variable on dependent variable, but that need to be controlled, okay, somewhere. Now the researcher want to make sure that it is the manipulation of the independent variable that has caused the change in the dependent variable. Hence, all other variables that could affect the dependent variable change must be controlled. These other variables are called as extraneous variable or what we call the confounding variables. Okay, I'll give you an example for this. Like for example, you just wanted to see the effect of a stimulation on body weight of premature infants. Okay, so initially you had day 1, the mean weight was 1.8 kg. Okay, and after giving a 3-month stimulation program, the weight is increased to 2.4 kgs. Now the weight is increased from 1.8 to 2.4 kgs. So overall you can see there is a gain of 600 grams, right? Gain of 600 grams. But this 600 gram is a product, or it's the outcome of two things. One is your independent variable, that is stimulation program. Another is your extraneous variable, that is the time. Because once the infant become 3 months older than the baseline, right? Maybe let's assume they were at the age of, they were 9 months at the time of starting the treatment. After 3 months, okay, they become a 12 months or 13 months. So time also become a variable there, which could have changed the outcome. So that is an extraneous variable that we need to control. Okay, how do we control that? Now there is another question, please आप ये जरूर मुझे कमेंट्स में बताइएगा कि हाउ टू कंट्रोल द टाइम फैक्टर इन दिस पर्टिकुलर एग्जांपल. आगे हम जब हमारी डिज़ाइंस को हम पढ़ेंगे, रिसर्च डिज़ाइंस को, वहाँ पे हम इसको डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे. तो दैट इज़ अबाउट द एक्सटेंडेड वेरिएबल. अब एक होता है कंफाउंडिंग वेरिएबल. अब कंफाउंडिंग वेरिएबल बहुत सारे लोग बोलते हैं सेम लाइक एक्सटेंडेड वेरिएबल ओनली, बट कुछ एक बेसिक डिफरेंस इसमें हम कोशिश करते हैं जानने का. Confounding variable are that will affect the result of the study, okay, that is dependent variable, but difficult or unable to control. अब यहाँ पे टाइम को तो हम कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं by having a control group, by having a two groups where one group will receive the tactile stimulation, another group will receive nothing. लेकिन आप कुछ चीज़ें ऐसी होंगी जिनको आप कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते. Not being aware of confounding variables influence the skew the experimental results. Like for example, if you want to see the effect of effect of your lecture on the student knowledge, now there could be a motivation factor कि how much interest that student have in that particular subject. So interest of the student will become a confounding variable which is difficult to control, okay, which will be difficult to control. Okay, so please understand that. Now if you look at the examples for all these variables, now the statement is experimental study to assess the effectiveness of assertive training module in terms of change in assertive behavior among nursing students at selected nursing schools or colleges in Punjab. So in this particular example, what is an independent variable? That is assertive training module, because this is what we are going to do. What is a dependent variable? What is the outcome of that? ये assertive training module का impact किस पे होने वाला है? That is your assertive behavior, that is your dependent variable. What is extraneous variable in that? Noise in the room, tiredness. Okay, it's very difficult, ना? वहाँ पे noise भी हो सकता है, tiredness भी हो सकता है, तो that is extraneous variable that can affect the assertive behavior, right? What is confounding variable? Extrovert or introvert traits of the participant. Now please understand that extraneous variable or confounding variable. Confounding variable is difficult to control or measure. Like somebody is having an introverted personality will have, will not be very assertive actually as compared to somebody having a extroverted personality. Then what is the intervening variable? So I just want to say this independent variable assertive training module having some impact on assertive behavior. But why? What is the intervening variable? What is the causal link? That is the awareness. Once you teach them about of being assertiveness, once you provide them a training, the training will make them aware about the various techniques of being assertive. They will able to identify, they will able to introspect about themselves, and finally they will become aware of assertiveness, and that will lead to the assertive behavior. What is the moderate variables? Moderator here, gender of the students. Yes, that is another important variable here. It is usually seen that males are more assertive as compared to the females if I talk about this particular variable. So that become a moderator. So if you can have that, okay, only just taking the analysis of male or female separately, or you can just compare the assertive behavior of male versus female, so that you can see the effect of that particular moderator. So that is all about the research variables in योर स्टडी. सो आई होप आपको ये लेक्चर समझ में आया होगा. अगर इसको रिलेटेड कोई भी आपके दिमाग में डाउट होता है तो प्लीज़ आप मुझे कमेंट बॉक्स में जाके मैसेज करिए. आई विल ट्राई टू आंसर ऑल योर क्वेरीज. थैंक यू.